You cannot do anything that will make America not like you. You are one of those people.
I think we're testing it now.
No.
But we'll see.
No.
Despite the allegations of abuse, his own children removing his surname, Brad's career hasn't just survived, it's in fact thrived.
Brad Pitt.
But why did we forgive Brad for something so serious? Turns out an award-winning director who launched Brad's career answered this question long before any of this happened. It was the 90s, and this man from Springfield, Missouri, just got his first big break, playing a devilishly handsome hitchhiker, a role he got over fellow lady killers George Clooney, Mark Ruffalo, and Grant Show. He had less than 10 minutes of screen time, but that was all it took for the world to notice. In essence, it was his natural suave that helped him put foot on the door. Brad also acknowledges this.
Looks do open doors, you know. They don't keep you in the room, but they open doors. And when I think of opportunity and the people who don't get the opportunity quite as easily, you know, I wrestle with that one a bit.
So, it's not surprising to learn he got the role of JD, largely due to this charisma that made Gina Davis forget her lines during rehearsal.
I didn't care who it was going to be. And then the fourth one who comes in is Brad Pitt. And he's so charismatic and so incredibly talented that I was like screwing up his audition because I was just like, and I forget to say my line because I'm just like, wow, he's really talented.
It's not just the ladies who fawn over him, though. It's everyone. Timothy Oliphant, a fellow sex icon, went as far as saying that he would cheat on his wife if it were Brad Pitt.
I told my wife, that guy, he's as cool as it gets. And I've said to my wife, I told you that. I said, you know, I've always said I'd never leave my wife for another woman, but there's a chance. I might leave her for Brad. He's just that wonderful.
After the success of Thelma and Louise, he starred in similar heartthrob roles in Legends of the Fall and Interview with the Vampire, which cemented his legacy as Hollywood's golden boy. But the image came at a cost. At the height of his fame, people were literally digging through his trash. One time, a 19-year-old woman broke into his home and was found in his bedroom wearing his clothes.
Did you put Brad's clothes on? Oh, when I first came in, I put a sweatshirt on. I looked all over for socks. I could not find socks.
Are you going through his drawers in the closet?
No, actually, there were no drawers. There were no drawers. There was one closet with dress clothes, and I couldn't find any socks for the night. So by the stairs, there had been some duffel bags that had just been set there with like a sweatshirt was sitting right on top. So I just took the sweatshirt, put that on, put some hot water on my feet, and just went to bed. I'm just like,
when People magazine named him the sexiest man alive in 1994, he didn't celebrate. Instead, he said, "I think that was a cruel, cruel thing to do to me. That's what I think. Listen, who wants to be the standard of comparison? It's some cruel and heinous joke." Brad was sick of the golden boy label, so he took a huge gamble and went looking for something darker, something that let him prove he was more than a face. Lucky for him, David Fincher was looking. At first, David wasn't too keen on hiring someone like Brad, because he comes off as someone who has never cracked, while Detective Mills was a guy barely holding it together.
What's in the fucking box?
Give me the gun.
He just told you.
You lie! You're a fucking liar! Shut up!
However, when he met Brad, it all changed. He said, "When I met him, I thought, this guy is so likable he can get away with murder. He can do anything, and people will forgive him for it." If that line hit you, like it hit me, consider liking and subscribing. We go deeper than most. Now, fast forward 3 decades, and that statement aged like milk. Brad really got away with it. But it wasn't just Brad's charm that helped keep his image intact during the scandals of the 2010s. In 2001, Brad and his then-wife, Jennifer Aniston, started Plan B Productions. Early on, the company produced movies that were closer to Pitt's interest, like Troy and The Departed. But here's where it gets interesting. After the release of FBI documents detailing the 2016 plane incident, his production company started taking special interest in movies about women. In 2022, he produced Women Talking, and She Said. This was not a coincidence by any means. It was a strategy. And who could forget the Gwyneth Paltrow story about how Brad confronted Harvey?
And Brad Pitt, we were at the opening of Hamlet
on Broadway that Ralph Fiennes was in Hamlet, and Harvey was there, and Brad Pitt. It was like the equivalent of throwing him against the wall, you know, energetically. It was
framed as chivalry, but let's be honest, it read more like a redemption card. Today, Brad is thriving, perhaps even better than in his prime. Ultimately, David Fincher was right all along. He can do anything, and people will forgive him for it. Thanks for watching, and subscribe for more.